there's this big issue about the CIA and its abuse under Barack Obama, and maybe even during the Trump presidency, in terms of targeting the Trump team as part of the Spygate, Russiagate scandal. And John Brennan was the CIA director under President Obama. And he's proved himself to be an unhinged Trump hater. Unhinged Trump hater. How do I know this? Because I read his tweets. And if you go on Twitter and read John Brennan's tweets, I think it's at John Brennan, you'll see tweets like the following. I need to put on my disguise here so I can see what is going on. And the tweets are, when the full, this is by Obama's former CIA director. So someone we're supposed to be able to trust. When the full, and he's referencing Mr. Trump, President Trump. This tweet was in March. When the full extent of your venality, moral turpitude, and political corruption becomes known, you will take your rightful place as a disgraced demagogue in the dustbin of history. You may scapegoat Andy McCabe, who was corrupt, who was fired for corruption, but you will not destroy America. America will triumph over you. And then he referenced Trump having I haven't heard this word before, kakistocracy, which is very negative. You don't want to be a member of a kakistocracy because it's the worst of the worst running the show. And he's warning Trump that the special counsel is going to get him. This guy hates Donald Trump. It's a great country. You have a right to your beliefs. But is it any surprise when you see this sort of vituperative hatred directed at President Trump by John Brennan, Obama's CIA director, that the CIA and FBI and DOJ may have abused their authorities in targeting then candidate Trump? Did Brennan just decide on Inauguration Day that he hated Donald Trump? No way, Jose. No way. And sure enough, it looked like he was doing illicit things while he was CIA director. Specifically, he was leaking information under the guise of, quote, briefs to Senator Harry Reid, who then would go and leak it to the media. And what had happened was that just before, there was a book out called, this is too small even for my glasses, Russian Roulette. It's by Mike Isikoff and David Korn, two liberal reporters. And Brennan contacted Reid on August 24th, 2016, in the middle of the campaign, to brief him on the state of Russia's interference in the presidential campaign. After the briefing, Reid wrote a letter to the then FBI Director James Comey, which was public, saying that there was information of direct connections between the Russian government and Donald Trump's presidential campaign, which really was baloney. That was Clinton DNC dossier material. Reid called on Comey to investigate the links thoroughly in a timely fashion. Now, Reid is a smart politician, and according to the book, Reid saw Brennan's briefing as a signal that he wanted to get it out. He said there was a sign of urgency. Reid also had the impression that Brennan had an ulterior motive. He concluded the CIA chief believed the public needed to know about the Russia operation, including the information about possible links to the Trump campaign. So you had Obama's CIA director, according to this book, briefing Harry Reid in a way so as to guarantee that classified information would be inappropriately released to the American people. Now, as you know, there are questions about the CIA's role in Spygate, as well as the FBI's role in Spygate, and Spygate being a specific aspect of the Obama administration attack on Trump that included recruiting spies and informants to infiltrate the campaign or sucker campaign officials into providing information or cornering them into doing something wrong, perhaps, that they could later use against them, which evidently they weren't able to do much in the way of that. So what we did was we asked for records about Brennan's communications with Reid, this briefing of Congress. And it was a very specific request, and sure enough, the CIA never responded to us. So once again, we have, we've got the CIA director who has these unhinged attacks on President Trump, providing circumstantial evidence that he was abusing his authority and the CIA was abused on his watch when he was working for Obama to target President Trump. And unfortunately, you've got the deep state CIA both protecting itself and corruption in the Obama administration. And it's only Judicial Watch that's in court asking for these records. It's only Judicial Watch. I'm not aware of any media doing it. Congress isn't in court. And this shows you why Judicial Watch our work is so important. It's because we're independent. We go into court to sue for records. When Congress asks for records, it's a political back and forth. It's a battle. And sometimes they get records, sometimes they don't. And if they don't, there's not much they can do about it. Or they've been unwilling to do much about it. There's plenty they can do about it.